Here's the 30-second lesson on what legends know. Never practice nunchucks in a crowded room. Never eat chole before a road trip. Always take your shirt off before you iron it. Don't take a call near a swimming pool. And don't forget, saving is not investing. Legends don't just save, they invest in mutual funds. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
What would you think if someone called Prime Minister Narendra Modi a hardcore terrorist? If someone told the people that many countries had banned Modi's entry after Gujarat riots, and after becoming the Prime Minister, he was again trying to attack minorities. This was exactly what Chandrababu Naidu had told the people at a rally in Chittor on the 3rd of April 2019. He was the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh then. A couple of weeks after Naidu's intemperate attack on the Prime Minister, his brother-in-law and Balakrishna, a TDP MLA, called Modi Gaddar, traitor, and Namak Haram, treacherous. He said, not just Andhra, entire India is against you. The time has come when they will beat you repeatedly and chase you. That was Balakrishna. He also happens to be the brother of current Andhra BJP President D. Purandeshwari. Think of the level of insult, slander and calumny. TDP leaders were hurling at Prime Minister Modi. I have cited only 2 examples. There are many, many more. On the 9th of March, the BJP entered into an alliance with the TDP and Pawan Kalyan's Jan Sena Party or GSP in Andhra Pradesh. Why is it that the BJP felt so compelled to sleep with who had to be its enemy, given his contempt for Prime Minister Modi or given what he had said about him? From friend to frenemy, why did the BJP have to dump an ally like YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, the Andhra CM of the YSR Congress party? True, Jagan couldn't have agreed to an alliance with the BJP given his party's core constituency of minorities. The BJP can now fancy its chances in half a dozen Lok Sabha seats in Andhra in alliance with the TDP and JSP. But are these seats such a big deal for the BJP to forget insults to Prime Minister Modi? Naidu, once a Sanjay Gandhi acolyte, has always been a practical politician without any ideological hang-ups. In 1981, he was cinematography minister in the T. Anjaya-led Congress government. That year, he married matinee idol N.T. Ramarao's daughter, Nara Bhuvaneshwari. Then Andhra Congress chief K. Prabhakar Rao, who did not get along with Anjaya, suspended Naidu and C. Das, another minister, from the Congress for anti-party activities in a Jilla Parishad election. Amar Devulapalli writes in his recently released book, The Deccan Power Play, Reddy, Naidu and the Realpolitik of Andhra Pradesh. He writes that NTR implored Amitabh Bachchan, a friend of Rajiv Gandhi, to prevail upon Congress top brass to bail out his son-in-law, Chandrababu Naidu. It also helped that Anjaya complained to the High Command how the state Congress chief could suspend his ministers without asking him, the chief minister. When NTR launched the TDP in 1982, Naidu stayed in the Congress. In the January 1983 elections, NTR stormed to power. Naidu lost the election. Amar Devulapalli writes, as per an insider account known personally to me, barely 2 weeks later, on 20th of January 1983, Chandrababu Naidu sent a message to his father-in-law asking to join the TDP and promising to work with dedication and commitment. Let me put a disclaimer here. The author advises the YSRCP-led Andhra government on national media affairs. You can therefore take his claims with a pinch of salt. 12 years after joining the TDP, Naidu dislodged his father-in-law from power. Soon he was the United Front convener before supporting the Vajpayee government in 1998. He left the NDA after the 2004 election drubbing in fact, saying that the alliance had hurt his party's secular image and alienated minorities. In 2014, when Modi came to the national political center stage, the TDP was the first regional party to join the NDA. In 2018, he quit the NDA only to be back on Saturday after 6 years. If Naidu is such an unreliable ally, why has the BJP embraced him? The TDP chief was desperate, for sure. With the Jagan Mohan Reddy led government going after him in alleged scams, he needed an ally. He knows he could win elections only with the BJP's backing. It happened in 1999 and 2014. The alliance failed in the 2004 elections, but the TDP and the BJP were facing double anti-incumbency then. In the 99 Lok Sabha election in undivided Andhra, the TDP won 29 and the BJP 7 out of the total 42 seats. In 2014, in bifurcated Andhra, Telangana less Andhra, in an alliance with the TDP and backing from the JSP, Pawan Kalyan's party, the BJP won 2 Lok Sabha seats with a vote share of 7%. That is in Andhra. It came down to less than 1% in 2019. Obviously, going solo in the 2024 Lok Sabha election would mean withdrawal from the Andhra electoral race. Would the 2, 3, 4 Lok Sabha seats that the BJP may end up winning in Andhra, if at all, be worth sacrificing a friend like Jagan Mohan Reddy? Probably not. But here's the thing. What if Jagan were to lose? Think of that scenario. Why have another hostile opposition-led government in Andhra or in another state? Especially when the TDP and the JSP were willingly ceding more political space to the BJP at their own cost in the long run, probably. Even if the BJP's allies fail miserably, what the heck, Jagan won't go anywhere. It's not just about all those pending cases with the agencies. He has been on bail granted by a special CBI court in a disproportionate assets case for over a decade. His detractors have gone to higher courts to get it cancelled. Just think about who can help him. Jagan, who had a bitter parting with the Gandhis, must find the BJP a natural ally with a common adversary. For the BJP chief strategist Amit Shah, there was also a lesson from the past. In 2004, Vajpayee bet on the ruling party in Andhra then, the TDP, despite 10 years of anti-incumbency in the state. We know what happened. Jagan may be a bit disappointed that the BJP has gone with his principal adversary. PM Modi standing with the opposition makes it difficult for him to, in terms of both chemistry and arithmetic. In 2019, the YSRCP got around 50% votes in both Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. Contesting separately, the TDP got 40% votes, the JSP around 6% and the BJP close to 1%. If you put them together, they got around 47%. So it was very close, obviously. Vote shares of these 3 parties totaled around 46% in the Assembly elections too. Let's look at the data when Jagan's adversaries were together. In 2014, when the BJP and the TDP contested in alliance and the newly formed JSP backed them, their combined total was around 48% of votes. The TDP and the YSRCP secured 41 and 46% votes each. The TDP ended up with 15 Lok Sabha seats and the YSRCP 8. In the Assembly election, there was hardly any difference in vote shares, with both parties getting around 45% votes each. Now that the BJP, the TDP and the JSP are officially together, Jagan has reasons to worry. Our YSR MP was telling me last month that Muslims and Christians constitute barely 11% of the Andhra population officially. The fact is that the total minority population is over 20% in the state, because many Dalits who have converted to Christianity don't show it officially. If the BJP aligns with the opposition, this big chunk will come to our party in toto. That was the YSRCP MP speaking, telling me. CSDS Lokniti post poll survey in 2019 showed that the Muslims in Andhra were almost equally split between the TDP and the YSRCP, 46 and 49% respectively. It also showed that farmers, Dalits and tribals favoured the YSRCP. Another YSRCP leader was telling me that Jagan has retained that rural vote bank while the middle class is uneasy. Many YSRCP leaders also concede that arresting Naidu in the skill development scam was a mistake. That apparently galvanized the TDP cadres and added to anti-incumbency against Jagan. Jagan seems to have learnt lessons from K. Chandrasekhar Rao in Telangana though. KCR and Jagan were facing the same problem, perception of aloofness from the common people and anti-incumbency against MLAs. Both CMs were inaccessible, not just to the common people but also to party leaders and workers. Like KCR, Jagan also does not want to be interviewed by any publication other than Sakshi, his own channel. Their chief ministerial residences became a fortress few outside their coteries could breach. But that's where Jagan seems to have learnt lessons from KCR. Telangana's ruling party leaders had told me ahead of assembly elections that the people were upset with at least a third of TRS MLAs. KCR was overconfident. He did not replace those MLAs to deny the opposition an opportunity to poach established leaders. While Jagan remains inaccessible, he is taking feedback about MLAs and MPs very seriously. His decision to deny tickets to sitting MLAs and MPs has already resulted in about half a dozen MPs quitting the party. His government has also been much better than the KCR's in terms of implementing welfare schemes and deliveries on the ground. Jagan must be disappointed about Modi-Shah turning from friends into frenemies, but a smart politician as Jagan is, he cannot miss the silver lining in this. That's all from me in this episode of Politically Correct. Thanks for watching.